Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, before we get started with this lesson today, we just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahasham,
Bahasham,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Bahasham,
Bahasham,
Rachakwadash.
Rachakwadash.
Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations unto the elect. All right, now this is the brother Kabia.
And I'm Lamad Amoth.
Con, just two brothers from the Great Millstone Houston camp coming back at you. All right, another day through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Yahushai. All right, to bring forth His word. All right, but in this lesson today, I just want to play this video here by ABC 13 Houston. All right, just little news at what happened. And there's something that happened here in Houston, and Lord willing, get some precepts, and Lord willing, you brothers and sisters of the hopeful elect will be edified out there. But you had anything you want to add?
Now come, we jump right into it.
Kind of let's get straight into this video. I'm gonna play it out. Oh, Lord willing, anybody that's watching on Lamad's side can hear, hopefully. But let's get into it.
Time of day when the school buses crawl down Willowbriar Lane. Unlike the dozen-plus bullets neighbors say whizzed past Tuesday afternoon, hitting this car and narrowly missing the occupants. And all because police say they dared to turn around in this driveway.
And he wasn't that far in the driveway.
This woman says her son-in-law and 13-year-old granddaughter had just left her house and were trying to turn around in the driveway next door. That's when police say the homeowner, Seth Dager, emerged and an argument ensued.
My daughter tried to de-escalate the situation by saying, it's not that serious, sir. Oh, yes, it is. Next thing I know, he's banishing a weapon, firing.
After firing multiple times at the victim's car, police say Dager paused, then opened fire again. Police say they found a bullet in the front passenger seat, right where that 13-year-old girl was sitting.
She gonna be traumatized for a long time.
Another bullet lodged in the back of the car.
That bullet was so close to the gas tank of the car, it's devastating.
Police say Dager admitted to firing at the car twice. When asked why he didn't call police, he allegedly said it's because he had a lot going on. Records show he has...
Remember that. He said he had a lot going on. But we're going to continue on with it.
no criminal history in Texas. He's owned the house on Willowbriar Lane since 2016. And neighbors say he's known for the lengths he goes to stop people from turning around in his driveway, even using trash cans to block them.
This guy apparently doesn't like people turning around in the driveway.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I mean, we might not like that it's raining one day. What you gonna do, curse God?
Days later, this grandmother is thanking God. All those bullets, and none of them had her granddaughter's name on them. Still, it's not worth taking chances.
But you're not gonna scare me out the neighborhood. Don't be shooting at cars like that.
No matter where they turn. It's the...
All right, and there you have it. Hopefully, you heard that. But the grandma and her, I believe, her, was it her grandma, and her granddaughter. I was trying to mind everywhere, but her granddaughter, they were just pulling in, trying to do a turnaround in this man's, drive-through, and all of a sudden the man opened fire, and when it came down to it, they asked him, why did you do it? He said, because I was just having a bad day. So you're willing to kill somebody just because you were having a bad day and you didn't want them pulling up on your driveway, to do a turnaround. You see, but that just shows you the times that we're in.
Right. Right. And it shows you that these people are stressed out, man. From the jobs, they not making enough money, the bills, family. It's just, everybody's just stressed out, man. Okay, and that's what, and they're going to only increase. And these people are crashing out like this.
Right.
It's simple, just pulling in the driveway to turn around.
Right. High-ass gas.
Right.
That was probably all pressuring him at once.
Right,
and so
right.
he just snapped.
Yeah. Right. So we're going to be seeing more of this, man.
That's right. So let's get into Matthew 24, because this is what our Lord Yahushua told us to look out for. And it's with looking at these things, watching for these things, we know that his coming is nigh at hand.
Right.
So we'll get straight to the point, Matthew 24 and 3.
Okay, come. This is St. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. It reads, "And as he sat up on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
That's it. So the disciples, they were inquiring of the Lord Yahweh Shai, all right, what signs do we have to look forward to your coming? All right, and what? The end of the world. Now, this world talking about the whole entire world being blown up? No. All right, it's talking about what? The end of an age. All right, as we know, we'll get Ecclesiastes just to break it down. You know, for those that, you know, are new and haven't, you know, basically got this knowledge in, let's go to Ecclesiastes 1 and 4 real quick.
I read it.
Come on, you got it.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 4. O generation,
It says one generation.
like one generation passes away, and another generation cometh. But the earth abides forever.
Right, so generation and generation come. You know, people are die on the earth, and people are reborn back into the earth. You see, but guess what? The earth is going to abide here forever.
Right.
You see, so this world that's being spoken about here in Matthew, the 24th chapter, the end of the world, it's not speaking about the whole entire earth,
Right.
you know, blowing up or, you know, catching on fire. No, this is talking about what? An end of an age.
Yep.
All right, going to this word world here. I'll bring it out real quick. All right, you go into this word world here. All right, in the Greek. All right, the word world there in the Greek is, if I can get to it, it's ion, which is what? For forever and unbroken age, a perpetuity of time, eternity. All right, and it's not talking about the world's universe. It says a period of time or an age. All right, and what is that period of time or age that the disciples were looking for the end of? The age and the period of time of Esau, Edom's rulership on this earth.
Right.
You see, and they were inquiring of the Lord, what signs do we have to look out for to see when this man is going to come down, and when you come back.
Right.
You see, you got a point.
Now, as I say, that's just the world of Esau rulership,
Right.
age period. Mm-hmm. And what's proved that also, we always bring going to 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, in verse 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're at the end of this devil rulership, his world, man, his kingdom.
Mm-hmm. And we're seeing all the signs to it
Right,
as we're
right.
going into in this lesson.
Yep, come on.
All right, because the people are going through all this suffering, high gas prices, you know, can't go to work every day and really not getting any substance, can't afford to pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
Groceries bill
Right.
getting high.
mm-hmm.
As we being witnesses ourselves and paying attention ourselves, about the last 3 months going into the grocery store and seeing prices going up. May go up 50 cents, may go up $1. So we're seeing it out because we're on our watch and people paying attention to that now. Everything going up step with their wages, they pay wages.
Mm-hmm.
They what they get paid, yeah, and that they're gonna cause a strain on a lot of people, man.
Right. So as we're going to jump down to the 13th verse, but as we scroll down, it's going to go into the different signs that Yahweh Shai told us disciples to look out for. You see, but we go to the point. Is verse 12. This is one of the signs that would happen. We're going to read it.
Okay,
Verse 12. It's like here.
Okay. Say Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Right. So iniquity, it says, because of iniquity shall abound. What is iniquity? Iniquity is basically sin compiled together, sin stacked upon sin. Mm-hmm. You see, and that's what this place America has basically been accumulating over the years. Mm-hmm. You see, you go into the book of Maccabees, when Ptolemy's generals started to come into power. It said what? Wickedness increased on the earth. Mm-hmm. You see, and from that time on, wickedness has just been stacking up. You see, we're in the time of what? Esau, Edom's rulership here in America, man, and really over the entire world.
Right.
Iniquity has been nothing but abounding.
Right.
You see, and as iniquity starts to abound, sin starts to abound, guess what? It says the love of many shall wax cold.
Right.
You got a point?
Remember I posted this earlier in this week about Eve going around robbing stores and she had shot a clerk at the store. She was robbing stores.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, she shot the clerk and then she made a video the next day and say, "I ain't got caught yet."
Yeah, these people losing their wits. They're losing their mind. We're gonna get into that.
That's crazy.
People are losing their minds, man, because iniquity is abounding, because of the ruler. Everybody's in the squeeze, man.
Yeah.
You see, but we in the squeeze too, us believers, us, you brothers and sisters out there, we in the squeeze too. We
Right.
feeling it, we in this world, but guess what? We have these scriptures to lean back on, man.
Right, con.
You see, we have these scriptures to lean on. So whenever we do feel that squeeze, guess what? We got Yahweh Shai to lean on, man.
Right.
We got these scriptures to lean on. Okay, in this situation, do this, do that. You see?
Right.
We got hope. We got hope. These people of the world, they don't got hope. That's why they crash out at any slight inconvenience. But we got that hope, man. We got instruction from the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
Right. You go into that word
Yeah,
cold?
cold. Yeah,
Okay,
Khan. I
cool.
was gonna get into that.
Okay, cool.
Khan. This that word cold in the Greek. All right, it's psycho. So these people are gonna go start turning psycho, man. They're gonna lose their wits.
Woo.
They're gonna have they're gonna be incontinent.
Damn.
You see, psycho. You go into the Babylonian biblical usage as to breathe, blow, or blowing, cool by blowing, to may or grow cold, or cold. See, people love is gonna grow cold for one another.
Oh, right. Damn.
You see, your old Billy Bob, your neighbor, you was cool with. As the more and more iniquity starts abounding, the more and more the suffering starts to come upon him. Guess what? That love is gonna grow cold.
Yeah.
It's gonna decrease.
Right.
You see, as we're gonna get into. So that word there is cycle. It sounds like cycle. It's
Right.
cycle.
It
You're
is,
gonna go
because-
cycle, man.
Because once the food ain't coming in, the water, they need or whatever to survive. Yeah, like you were saying, shit, I'm really gonna look and say, man, hey,
Yeah.
we enemies now.
Yeah. I want what you
I
want.
want what you want, yeah.
Oh, I know. I want what you got.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
what you got, yeah. Especially when they got families involved.
Right.
You little kids and
Yeah.
kids home, your wife home. Yeah, they gonna
Yeah.
go through dramatic. How you say it?
What was that? Dramatic?
Yeah, dramatic.
Drastic?
Yeah, drastic measures gonna
Yeah.
happen, man.
Yep. That's
The
it.
water, that's it. Okay.
Drastic measures. But let's get 2nd Ezra 15.
Come.
I got it in G. Let's get 2nd Ezra 15. You know where I want to go.
Okay.
Let me get there real quick. All right.
15.
And this is just going into end time prophecy. And brothers always bring these scriptures out, 2nd Ezra 15, 2nd Ezra 15, because that's when we're coming in those times. You see? But this 2nd Ezra's, let's see. We'll start at verse 18.
Okay, verse 18. Come.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 18, and it reads, "For because
Matter of fact, we'll start at verse 16. Let's start at verse 16.
Come.
Breeze through it.
All right, come. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16, and it reads, "For there shall be sedition among men."
Right. What is sedition? An uprising against government authority.
Right.
And we saw that with, Trump at the shooting at the, I forgot what they call it, some type of conference or meeting, with Trump there and stuff. So the people are, whether it was planned, whether it was, fake, it was set up, or whether it was actually for real, the people hate the leaders. Guess what? It's still prophecy, man.
Right. Yeah, still prophecy. Yep.
So there's gonna be an uprising against the government amongst the common people.
Right, and you can just click on your YouTube and see these. Now they call themselves ex-maggers because they are now they turn against their governments, man.
Right.
Because they being bamboozled. But yeah, a lot of sedition is about to come.
It's already happening today, but it's just going to get to a higher level. People are going to take to the streets with what? Swords in their hands, as we're going to get into.
Yeah, come. Yeah, so they're going to start making the videos and put it in action.
Right.
So once again, 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, "And there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions should stand in their power."
Right. They're not going to care about what Trump's saying. They're not going to care about what the government officials say.
Yeah.
All right. They're going to take to the streets, and they're going to have the power. Police ain't going to be able to stop them, man.
Yeah.
Stop the common people.
Yeah. That's why
Keep-
I say enough talking. Let's just go ahead and do what we got to do.
Right. Verse 7.
Talking ain't working now.
That's right.
Verse 17, "And a man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able."
Right. And what is it speaking of? All right. Because of what's happening here in verse 16, is going to be martial law. All right. There's going to be government checkpoints here and there in this city and that city to where you can't even get inside of a city or you can't leave a city. You see? Because of what? The Jacob's trouble. What's going on? The trouble that's going on.
Right.
Verse 18.
Verse 18, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 19, "And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread, and for great tribulation."
That's it. So it says, look, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses
Yeah.
with the sword. What is the modern day sword? The gun. That man shot into that car.
Yeah. Psycho.
He shot into that car. Why is he going? Why was he doing that? And we're gonna get into it. It says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, right? Because of the suffering that the people are going through.
Right, right,
So people ain't gonna care for another.
right.
At the slightest inconvenience, as we just saw in that video, he just upped it. He just opened fire on them, man.
Yeah, and this, some brothers, we are witness this wickedness. How you say it?
What?
We are
witness?
witness to this because at my plantation, all Jake could do is complain about not having enough money to take care of things.
Right.
Jake living paycheck to paycheck. Jake don't have no savings. So what you think going to happen? This is not only just happening here in Houston, but this throughout America happening. Babylon happening. People complaining, man. Constantly making videos so that Cole, that psycho, people gonna go psycho, man.
Right.
Cause they say what the scriptures that scripture people say you never know what a man do till he lose everything.
Matter of fact, I got that quote by Gerald Celente. This is a quote by Gerald Celente. He said, "When people have nothing left to lose, and they've lost everything, they lose it."
Woo, psycho.
So that's it. They go psycho, man. They go psycho. They lose their mind. They lose their wits.
Right.
So they just reacting off of emotion now.
Right.
Whatever I'm mad. I'm gonna do something to somebody.
Yeah, right.
Man, I'm mad. I ain't got no more bread. I ain't got no more food. Man, I'm gonna rob Billy Bob, man.
Yeah. Man, it's a wax cold. And we just read it 19 here. Man should have no pity up on his neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Like he ain't never known. Like he a stranger to him.
Right.
They probably lived across from each other, niggas over to each other for years.
Yeah.
Decades once that Jake lose, when these people lose it, they gonna lose it, man.
Yeah. So I got that in the GNT, 2 Corinthians 15 and 19 GNT. It reads, driven by famine and terrible suffering. That's what's happening now. We're seeing the gradual build up to the terrible suffering that the people are going through. It says the people will assault their neighbors. So the reason why the people are assaulting their neighbors and mercilessly plundering their possessions, why? It's because of the terrible suffering and the famine that's coming, man.
Right.
You see?
All right.
So you got anything?
No, that was good. That was
We get 2 Corinthians 5.
Okay.
And we'll end it there, Lord willing, if if the Lord say the same.
Come on. 2 Corinthians 5,
Kind in verse 9.
verse 9.
Well, we start, verse 9, kind.
Oh, sorry, verse 9. Okay.
Kind.
All right. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 9, and it reads, "Salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another."
Right. Again, as we went into in 2 Corinthians 15, your neighbor that you was cool with, you going driven by what? Terrible suffering and famine. You gonna destroy him, man. You gonna destroy him in his house.
All right, that's in Revelation. This when you go into that the hyperflation.
Yeah, Revelation 6.
6, go into the hyperflation because, like I say, the food and prices is going up, but people wages not. I mean, they pay raise. People ain't getting no. The company ain't giving these people increase in their wages to be able to live.
Right.
But we understand, as a brother going into, it's all about design. Though at the end of the day, we know the elites have an agenda, and that's to collapse the society.
Right.
And they're only going to cause these people to go, they wax cold, man.
Psycho.
Right. Because remember, America was always that spoiled baby.
Right.
They get everything they want.
Yeah, that's
you
why.
take that from that baby, what are you going to do? He's going to have a tantrum.
Right.
And go crazy.
Right. That's what Isaiah 47 says, "Thou that dwellest carelessly,
Yeah.
thou art given unto pleasures."
All right. So we're gonna lose.
That's not just for the elites, but that's for the common American people.
Right.
They're giving it their carelessness. They living in pleasure. You can still get up, go to McDonald's, get a McGriddle and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or you go to Jack in the Box, get you a jumbo jack. Whatever it may be. It's still good. It's still good. Though the prices are high, you can still get food.
Right.
But it's gonna come to a point where the shelves gonna be empty, man.
Right.
And it's gonna make people what? Go psycho.
Yeah. Well, just quoted from who was that? You just quoted from?
What's that? Jill Slinton?
Yeah, he's brother.
When people have nothing else to lose, they lose it.
That's a perfect quote. What we're speaking about. So, 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 9, "And the salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall with hid,
Then shall wit,
it's like, then shall with hid themselves.
no, then shall wit hide
Okay,
itself.
I'm
Are you good?
sorry. Then shall with hide themselves, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber.
Right. So what is wit? Wit is basically your mind, your intelligence, your understanding. You see, now when that happens, guess what? People are not going. That's going to basically flee away from people. It's going to hide away from people.
Right.
You see, an understanding shall withdraw itself into a secret chamber. People are not going to have any. They're not going to be reacting off of understanding. It's going to be reacting off of emotion, how you feel.
Right.
As the guy did in that video.
Right.
While I was having a bad day, he was probably frustrated, angry, whatever emotion he was feeling. And he just said, "Look, I'm gonna up it."
Right.
Just because they trying to pull through in my drive-through and do a turnaround.
Right. And that brother who page is hopefully elect 3. You know, he always posting little short clips and videos of people. And he had one with that Jake was saying, he said, man, these people are losing their mind out here.
Right.
He said, don't even look at them. You know, it was old school Jake was trying to give advice. But he was saying, don't even look at them. If somebody behind you speeds, just get over and let them go.
Right.
No, because why? We in those times where these people was about to lose their damn mind, go psycho.
Right. So be careful, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
When you out there on the driving, hey, don't even when someone cut you off and try to do something to anger you. Hey man, the scripture say, "Be ye angry, but sin not." Be angry, but don't show it.
Right.
Because you show that you angry, you start honking at them.
Yeah.
You start cussing them out. Guess what? That may be the end of your life, man.
Yeah, you're gonna stir that demon up. Cause all these people got these demons in them.
That's why we gotta walk in the spirit so that we not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Yeah.
When we do feel angry, somebody cut us off in there, hey, we just be like, okay, hey, it's just a demon.
Yeah,
All right, keep it moving, keep it pushing.
Apply this knowledge.
That's right.
That's it. That's why we have the knowledge for it. Apply it because, apply this knowledge, man, when we out there in the highways and byways, even at your work, at plantation. Apply the knowledge, man. Be in the spirit. Because one corner move can get you X'd out, man. So back in 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and 9, I read it again in the middle. It say, then shall wit hide itself. As the brother going into, he went into that word of wit. The people are going to lose it. No understanding. And understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber. Woo, man.
So basically, understanding is going to flee from these people.
Right. No reasoning. They're going to have no reasoning. How you say
Right.
it?
No reason. Yeah, no reason. No reasoning. That's it.
Yeah. No reasoning.
Verse 10.
And shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Ooh. Then shall the unrighteousness and the inconstancy.
You got incontinency.
So like
You got it.
be multiplied upon earth.
Right,
man.
that's it. So people are going to be more wicked. They're gonna what? Have a more of a lack of self-control. That's what incontinency is, having a lack of self-control. People are not going to be able to control themselves. Why? Because of the terrible suffering and the lack of bread, man. People are just going to lose it. They're going to lose their minds. They're going to go psycho, man. All right, all that's going to be multiplied in these last days. It's starting now. We see the beginning stages of it, but it's going to increase. It's only going to multiply. All right, but that's it?
Yeah,
That was pretty much it, man. And as I said before, the only difference between us and the people of the world is that we have this truth. We have the truth to lean back on. We have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right, to basically guide us in this, in Babylon. Right. So that when this pressure do come upon us, we have Yahweh by Shema Shiny scripture to keep us stable. These other people of the world, they don't got that. That's the perks of having this truth. These people ain't gonna have that. So any slight inconvenience, because of the suffering that they're going through, they just gonna snap. They're gonna go psycho. That love gonna turn cold.
Right.
They're gonna wax cold.
Remind me of the precept in Isaiah. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our time, man.
That's it.
Applying this knowledge and the wisdom. Because these people are gonna, like you say, gonna lose it. And hey, the men of the Lord, we're gonna be protected by Yahweh, by Shema Shai and the angels. So yeah, just be circumspect out there, man. Be circumspect.
That's right. But that was pretty much it.
That was it.
Hopefully, this lesson was edifying to you believers of the hopeful elect out there. But with that, we just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakwadash, Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations unto the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.